Well, I'm down at my car wash to make a coin collection. I have 8 vacuums that are definitely long overdue. So this should be a pretty decent collection. Hopefully there's quite a bit of coin in there. I've already collected the money from the self-serve bays in my previous video, so if you haven't seen that, check it out. I typically don't incorporate these vacuum collections into my normal collection videos because it would just take way too long. Sometimes I just collect them all up, don't put it on video, and then I'll count the coins from them on the video. But in this video, we are just gonna do the vacuums by themselves. So it's pretty rare that I record back here, but I have 8 vacuums and an old vending machine that was pretty destroyed and ruined whenever I purchased this place. And I should be replacing this hopefully in the coming month or so. So I'm going to add vending to the site. As you can see here, previous owner told me they tore this up pretty good. They've tried to break in, burn it. They pretty much destroyed the vending machine inside. This is basically just a giant case and the vending machine is inside of it. And they've screwed up the locks. So the previous owner just locked it up. But the plan is to actually put vending in and see if I can increase the revenue a little bit at this site. I'm actually cutting this pretty close. As you can tell, it is a rainy day, so hopefully it doesn't start downpouring on me. I'm pretty fortunate that these vacuums actually get a decent amount of revenue because most of the other car washes in the area have gone to a free vacuum model, which is something I tried for a little bit and actually might have to go back to once I install my brand new automatic. It's kind of a way to compete with the tunnel washes. Yeah, look at this, pretty nice. But in the past 3 months, I've purchased 3 new vacuums. This is a new one, that's a new one, and that's a new one. And I've rebuilt all of these stands and incorporated trash into them for mainly the sole purpose of keeping out the homeless. So I'd come in the morning and the trash would just be all over the place. They used to not be enclosed. You should just have bags in a big concrete type 30-gallon trash container, and it was always a mess. So I spent probably $6,000 or $7,000 simply trying to keep the homeless out. Oh yeah. It's just crazy to me that, you know, I have to do that. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. I wouldn't mind if they dug through the trash, as long as they cleaned up after themselves. Oh yeah, and I forgot. I had to build these because they get into the canisters where all the trash goes in the vacuums, because there's coin in there. Usually you can probably find 10, 15 bucks in there, but they leave these open, trash all over the place. Customer comes in, vacuum won't work because these doors are open. The customer doesn't know how to close these doors. There's just no suction without them closed. So it just turns into this whole ordeal. And so I just spent a bunch of money to keep them out, and it seems to be working pretty good so far. Supposed to have a whole bunch of rain in the forecast, so I'm hoping it doesn't turn out to be too bad, because that could really be kind of detrimental for this month's revenue. Yeah, the thing that kind of sucks is a lot of people, a lot of car wash owners in my area have gone to that free vacuum model, like I said, and the one thing that I've noticed is most of my automatic customers don't even use the vacuums. It's mainly all the self-serve. So I think one of the things that I'll have to do, unfortunately, is get rid of the pricing on the vacuums, go back to free. These were, or they are, $1 for 3 minutes, and then increase the price by $1 in my self-serve base. That's probably the best way I can think of to actually go free vacuums. So if I install this brand new automatic, you know, I want to do what I can to attract some of those customers. And then if I do increase the price in the self-serve and make the vacuums free, there is at least some perceived value there for the customers. They don't just think that they're getting hosed and me increasing the prices. I do know that I'm $1 cheaper than a lot of places in my area now. I'm $2 for 3 minutes on my self-serve, and everywhere else is going to $3 for 4 minutes. Uh-oh. Starting to rain. This one hasn't been running for about a week and a half because I gotta do a little maintenance to it. Not bad so far. Plus I'm sort of staying dry, so there's a plus. That's all she wrote for the vacuums. I'm going to see if I can grab this other vending that I have. I never collect this on video. There's just not always a lot in here, so it's probably been a few months since I've collected from this thing. Sure enough, I chose the best time to do this, right when it's raining. Ooh, and we're almost out of strawberry. Oh, that's interesting. Strawberry's not normally the popular one. It's that black ice. Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've emptied that. Look at that. Yeah, that's been over a month for sure. Probably 2 months. Better hurry up. I don't know if you can hear, but it's coming down. Let's get this to the office counted up. So a lot of you guys ask for videos on the equipment room, and sometimes I just don't do it because one, you know, the money is what's going to get the views, but also it's always loud in here. So it's a rainy day. There's not anybody at the wash. One of my first car wash videos, I kind of went over this room. When I bought this, I completely renovated this room. The only thing that really kind of stayed was the stand right here that all of the pumps and motors are on. Now, a lot of people probably when they walk in a room like this would be pretty intimidated, but it's actually not all that complicated. You know, you really just got a pump and a motor and some solenoids to send everything out to the bay. And you know, if you bought one of these, there's all kinds of support on forums and stuff that can help you figure out what's wrong if something ever goes wrong. But it's pretty simple. Something breaks, these can be rebuilt or replaced, these pumps. The two most expensive things are gonna be the pump and the motor. So, you know, $600 to $1,000, $600 to $1,000. These are, I don't know, maybe 50 bucks, these solenoids. This is probably the most common thing that you'll have issues with, these solenoids sticking or not working. Other than that, as a car wash owner, it's keeping the lot clean and coming in, making sure that you've got all your soaps full, your soap, your wax. I set that whole thing up myself. So soap, wax. This is for the automatic. That will be getting replaced in the coming month. And then this is all your low pressure stuff. And you're just making sure that all your soaps are full. So it's really not all that complicated. This probably looks very intimidating. A lot of other equipment rooms at other car washes actually aren't even this big. This one is so big because when they built this in the 80s, it had a giant automatic system that was probably as big as a Volkswagen, and it was sitting right there. And they needed the room to install that automatic. You know, nowadays they're much smaller, as you can see. So there's your equipment room. Okay, so as always, I'm not going to record the separation of the quarters and the tokens. Basically, the coin sorter does it for me. Spits one out one side, one down the bottom. No big deal. I'll skip right to counting the coin. Okay, so I have the tokens and the quarters separated. I'm left with 1 gallon jug full and one, I don't know, about 2/3 full jug here. So let's count these up. That is a dollar coin. That is why that is jammed, not because I put too much in there. Just saying. Almost 3,000. Can I come up with 4 more? Oh, I can. I've got 4 more hiding out in here. saving these for a rainy day, literally. Look at that. 3,000 quarters. So 750 bucks plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So $762. Oh, 63, but actually I'm going to keep that one. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell the IRS. 762 bucks in quarters. So a lot of you guys ask how I actually deposit these at the bank. Basically, they just give me a bunch of these bags and I fill them up, bring them in, and they ship them off, and then probably 3 days later, 2 if I'm lucky, I get a deposit in my account. So really not that difficult at all. I used to bring them in these buckets and fill those bags up at the bank, and then one day I was like, can you guys just give me the bags? I'll just fill the bags up and bring them in. It's a lot easier. So those bags probably hold about $1,000. I think you're not supposed to put over $1,000 worth of quarters in them, and that's a lot. So I don't even fill them up that much, and I just bring them in. So this is all coin that's been counted up in previous videos that is long overdue for needing to be taken to the bank. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill up these bags and get everything prepped and take it to the bank. Just put some in the bag to keep it open. And then I use my trusty Cafe Du Monde canisters to pour it in. Sure is a lot of coin. So you don't want to overfill them. It's probably more than I normally put in there. Yeah, I used to take it to another bank and put it all through one of those machines, and it was just a real big pain in the butt. So I started going to my other bank, and it's a lot easier. Just filling these up, dropping them off. It's really hard to just pour it in these bags too. Gently try to pour this in here. There we go. Okay, that's all she wrote. So I'm not really sure what my running total was as of last video for this month, but I know it was around $5,000 or $6,000. So $5,000 or $6,000 plus the $762 from today's vacuum collection is what my running total is for this month. Not really that great, and unfortunately there is a ton of rain forecasted in the future. But hopefully the meteorologist got a little overzealous and there's going to be more sun than rain. As I always say, meteorologist is the only job you can have where you can be wrong 99% of the time and not get fired. So let's hope that's the case, because rain is not good for my business. As you can tell, this video isn't like my other ones. I don't have any cash to take back to my office to count up. So this is pretty much where I leave you. If you've got any questions about real estate investing, car washes, cash businesses, drop in the comments down below. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.